what I gathered today. So what I gathered is that the chairman and Crunch Queen, yeah, they've been going around to recruit, like promote the GoFundMe and all that. So with what they were saying on Papariano's platform, because Papariano was against it, and he was saying if he will let the GoFundMe fly, they have to account for what they use the Access Bank money for. So what's his name? The chairman was like, yes, he would make sure they account for it and all that. So today, with everything that happened, the chairman said the reason he got off it was, number one, conflict of interest, that there's somebody that is supposed to be part of Justice for Mohbad, but that person also wants to be paid in the public money, and he was against that. Then secondly, when they gave him the statement of account for the Access Bank, that he saw that he couldn't present that to the public because a lot of transactions has been crossed out and there's no explanation for that. So basically, Mr. Muiwa and, of course, Joseph Aloba, they've spent the access money without any explanation. So that's why he's stepping back from the old management team. Do you understand?
Okay, yes, I understand.
So these people, they're actually not wrong for stepping back because his reputation is on the line and he doesn't want to.
Àwọn people yóò ní reputation wo ló lè ní.
Joseph Aloba
Reputation wo ló lè ní, mi
Joseph
understand.
Aloba tó wó ó dàbí olóńgbò tó fẹ́ràn ṣọ́ni.
Wait first.
Yeah.
This chairman or these people.
Just to buttress your point, I'm so sorry, sir. But these people saw that this man has been building houses, going around doing all sorts. Why did they turn a blind eye to that? Where did they expect him to get the money from, if not from that Access Bank account? Well, me,
I just believe his juju is really working on some people, or most of them actually. That's why they can't see what he's doing. Because most of them are actually against Muiwa, and they can't see that Muiwa is actually working with Aloba. So basically, everything Muiwa is doing it with Aloba. But they're shouting, no, Muiwa has to step down. Muiwa is the thief. Muiwa is the thief. But basically, they are working together.
See, okay, wait, Lilibet, let me tell you something. It is all about greed. There is an agenda. On that side, how many people, at least an average of how many people do you think are actually supporting Baba Mohbad? Let's say just on TikTok alone. Like how many people? Left you book you, Oma Wani side, we pay it in Baba Mohbad, you. Like how many people left you money?
More than 80% of our town sọ̀rọ̀ lórí.
No, number ni mo fẹ́ bí at least.
I would say about 500 people.
Let's put it on an average of 500. 100 ní jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ, because at least if you go on Westo, you will see them, they are over 1,000. Arifano mama shit here, 8 something. Veron no ní 500. Aries no ní gbogbo. But let's just bring it down to the minimum 500. Jọ nínú 500 yẹn. Ó ṣe jẹ́ wípé these few people ló báwo ni wọ́n ṣe múra wọn tó fi ń wò wípé ó yá ìwọ wá sínú committee, ìwọ wá sínú committee, ṣé wọ́n nominate wọn ni àbí báwo ló ṣe jẹ́ wípé wọ́n mú chairman, wọ́n mú cross queen, wọ́n mú eléyìí nínú 500 people yẹn, báwo náà ṣe mú. Àwọn ọmọ success àbọ̀ ọmọ failure tó ń pariwo látijọ́ jẹ́ sórúkọ wọn wà nínú bẹ̀ yẹn.
Níbo?
Ṣé Veron wà ń bẹ̀? Westo àti Arifa tó ń lọ fẹ́ wọn gbára sórúkọ wọn wà nínú gbogbo committee tó ń yàn yìí. So the whole thing is there is an agenda. The agenda is agenda of money, and it is their greed that will kill them. I don't care anything what they do. Nǹkan tó gbogbo ọjọ́ mọ̀ jẹ́. You know what,
Mr. Tosin, you know what I noticed? It's actually an organized crime. And some of them actually notice it, like Papariano. He keeps saying they move from one platform, use that person, And when they see that that person can be any use to them, they move to the next platform. Like they started with Bukit Jesse. When they couldn't get anything from her, they moved to Kudi. From Kudi, they went to Westo. When after Westo, they went back again to Bukit. So it's an organized crime. Then they keep
Exactly.
recruiting new people, like people that can cajole, that can speak big grammar, and people will
God
fall
bless
for
you.
it.
That was what I was
It's
about to
an
say.
organized crime.
And the only reason why they've not been able to get rid of
ṣé Papariano wèrè yẹn níbo ni Papariano ti rí $200 tó dá?
Yeah,
Olè ní
no,
gbogbo
wọ́n stage
wọn,
ẹ̀ fún.
olè
The only
láti
reason
olórí
tí
wọn
wọ́n ṣe
dé
tí get
ìsàlẹ̀,
rid of
olè ní gbogbo
Kurexi,
wọn.
the only reason tí Kurexi ṣì ṣe wà láàrin wọn is because he also has, like minds with them.
Exactly.
They
And
have,
today,
that's,
Urexi kept on saying, this, the only thing I feel sorry for that man, Joseph Aloba, because he doesn't have money, he's poor. That's why people think they can treat him anyhow. So
Yeah.
that's like sending a message that he needs more money. He needs more money. It's just an organized
Yeah,
crime.
I was waiting for you to say that now they're saying, oh, because he doesn't have money, that's where they control him. Because if he was really rich, nobody would be controlling
Yeah.
him like that. Yeah.
It's
Irọ́ ni gbogbo
a
wọn
big
pa.
syndicate. It's a
You
big
see this,
syndicate.
let me tell you something. All it takes is just for you to see the future. Everybody is just positioning his or herself in that camp. Because the end goal, everybody one more wípé they are not fighting for any justice. They don't care about what by Mohbad in any way. They don't care. Everybody is just positioning themselves towards the royalty that they want to fight for. You see this whole agenda, wọ́n ṣe kiri kan, wọ́n pariwo Wunmi o, Wunmi ló pa o, Wunmi should come out and tell us. It is not because they love Mohbad. It is not because they are looking for what killed Mohbad. The only reason is that they want Wunmi out of the picture. They want Liam out of the way. And if you listen to Cross Queen tẹ́lẹ̀, ó ti jáde, ó ti sọ wípé Mohbad has owó Mohbad, the royalties there is billions of naira, but they cannot touch it because of Liam, and they have to do everything it takes to remove Liam out of the way. So do you think those agenda tán pariwo we need to get lawyer, we need to shake kan, do you think it is because of the fact that they are looking for what killed Mohbad? They are not looking for justice. They are not looking for justice. Because tó bá jẹ́ wípé lórí ìpàṣẹ justice for Mohbad yìí everybody wà ní, nobody will be looking for sand. There is no need to raise money. Berekete has said he's going to pay for everything. So why are we on social media trying to open GoFundMe, we open Access Bank account, where the public should come and donate money? Donate money for what exactly? It is one thing, let me tell you something. It is one thing for them regarding the autopsy they say they want to do, private autopsy. It is one thing to submit an affidavit to the court. Then if the court should approve it, give them the go ahead to go and do the autopsy. Now they can say, oh, we don't have money, now we want to do the autopsy. Have you asked yourself, why is it that it is a lawyer that is in charge of conducting an autopsy test for Mohbad? Why is an autopsy test, why is it costing 7.5 million, 8 million naira? I don't get it. So this whole thing is just about money making venture. Try to raise money here and there. Everywhere now, it is about raising money. Go and check their group now. Everything is all about raising money. They need to raise money for Arifa. They need to raise money for Wesley. They need to raise money for autopsy. They need to raise money for lawyer. They need to They need to raise money for it.
Mr. Tosin, that's why what's his name? Muyiwa doesn't want to let go of Odumosu. Because all the applications, like, is charging 2 million for autopsy application, which in the real sense shouldn't be more than maybe 50,000, or do you understand? So I believe he's also getting his own share from whatever Odumosu.
See, my sister, let me tell you something. Why anything, say for me, Baba Mohbad and Muiwa, they are together. They are conjoined twins.
100%.
And let me tell you something. The thing is this. They know that this old son of a matter is just a charade to raise money. It is just a charade to raise money. They cannot maintain or sustain that son. Ṣàgbẹ̀ lójú yòyò ni, ó yẹ ẹ fẹ́ gba san, ó yẹ dáwó, ó yẹ dáwó, ó yẹ dáwó. Wọ́n lè lo 1 or 2 months. The same thing tó ń ṣe fódùmọ́sọ iná náà máa ṣe fún sàn yẹn. Ṣé sàn tó lórúkọ? Àwa jẹ́ kẹ́ wá fi gbogbo rọ́dàràdà tẹ̀ ń ṣe káàkiri yìí kẹ́ fi ba legacy orúkọ tó ti build for years jẹ́ ni. All this whole thing is just charade. It's just kìnìkan ó yẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe kìnìkan. Ariwo ni fíìmù ní gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe yìí. All it takes is just for you to open your eye very well. Where do they have money? As of today, they don't have the money to pay that son. Ṣọ́ọ̀n tó jẹ́ wípé even charge and bail lawyer tó máa lọ gba rífà sílẹ̀ wọn ò tí ì rówó ẹ̀ san. All this whole thing, it's na film. Film ní gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe. So don't let us be swayed by this their charade of nonsense. I don't understand. Okay, so what they got the son for is just for him to be coming to the to Corona inquest and be sitting my baby, oh yeah, prime boy, báwo lẹ ṣe rìn, báwo lẹ ṣe kíni kan, báwo lẹ ṣe kíni kan. No, now let's be sincere with ourselves.
Wọ́n ní àtọ̀ Mr. Oluwatosin wọ́n látọ̀ on the 16 ó yẹ kí wọ́n ti padà pẹ̀lú gbogbo nǹkan tí spending sọ ó yẹ kó ti padà lọ gbé Wùnmí kó ti padà lọ gbé Àdúrà kó ti lọ arrest wọn.
Kí ni spending sọ?
No, they said they don't have evidence against you.
Spending.
They said they
not see
don't have
anything,
evidence. Yeah, they've all said it today that they don't have enough evidence against Wunmi.
It's not that they don't have enough, they don't have anything.
Zero evidence.
So gbogbo nǹkan tán sọ.
It's zero evidence.
Gbogbo nǹkan tí a ní àsìkò tó ń kà lẹ́yìn ṣé yẹn evidence. Voice note tó fi pe bàbá ṣé yẹn evidence.
Nonsense.
See, let me.
HR tó di lawyer.
See, let me tell you something. And one thing I've realized is this. You see those people, they know the truth. Though they have some gullible followers, but they know the truth. I don't know if you listen to the life of Bukky Jesse. Is it today or yesterday? Where she said like, there is no way Baba Mohbad can sue Ya Mohbad. Possible.
I listened to that.
Today ni èmi náà gbọ́.
So
fúnra wọn mọ̀ wípé nǹkan tẹ̀ ń sọ yìí nǹkan tẹ̀ ń ṣe yìí kò possible but they will continue cherry ọmọ máa lead àwọn gullible followers wọn yẹn they will continue leading them on because the day they start coming out to tell those people the truth àwọn people yẹn máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń padà lẹ́yìn wọn.
Business ti tán nìyẹn.
And you know, that's why I believe they don't want, because it took them 7 months or 8 months to even apply for DNA. So, of course, they've used that 8 months to make a lot of money. And I believe that's why they don't want to do the autopsy immediately. Because once the real autopsy result comes out from their end, they know that nobody's going to do.
My dear sister, see, how do I get some people see, these people cannot do any autopsy test. They cannot do any DNA. They will not do any toxicology. They are not doing anything.
Yeah,
it is just
why
the money. Wait,
no, I think he'll be
yourself?
forced to do it though. He'll be forced
to do what?
it. He'll be forced to do the autopsy.
You don't understand.
Let me explain something to you. Maybe you also are not getting something about this Mohbad case. Mohbad's case as of today, let me tell you something, is not in the hands of the family at all. It is a case of the Lagos state government. So if they go and do any autopsy, if they go and do any autopsy, it does not hold water anywhere.
Yeah, I know that, but he will still be pushed to do it because that's what they are contributing for. Okay, so what's he going to tell them?
Do you think
Are you
DNA private autopsy na yam?
Lilibet, you don't know that within a minute Joseph can say, I don't want to do anything anymore, I'm tired, I want to just play
See,
my
let
phone.
me explain something to
Okay,
you that you
makes
need to
sense,
understand.
It could.
Wait,
It could.
see, let me explain something to you that you need to understand. Is this before any autopsy can be done, either by Baba or any other interested party, you need to get an approval from the court. So now, if you write that affidavit to the court, what do you want to write in that affidavit? Because tobacco, if you write that affidavit now, it's just like this DNA issue that we are talking about now. Baba would write his affidavit. The court would also inform the Lagos state government that regarding this case that is in your hand, this special person came forward and said, like, I want to do affidavit. All the Lagos state needs to use to reply is the fact that what autopsy do they want to do? That this same set of people requesting for autopsy today have gone ahead to bury the child.
Bury the child. You tell me no alone, yeah.
So was it after they exhumed the body that you now realize you want to do autopsy? You that you did not think of autopsy before you went ahead to go and bury the child the first day, second day, third day, until the ninth day.
God bless you, Mr. Oluwatosin.
So what autopsy do you want to do?
Ẹ máa gbọ́, níṣẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ sọ fún wa sí nǹkan tí Lagos State ṣe fọwọ́ lẹ́rọ báyìí. Tó ń wọ̀ wọ́n rọ̀
To be me, God bless you. You see, it is not as if like maybe that autopsy and that toxicology report is not out. It is out. But why the Lagos state government is delaying it? Okay, ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yìí ń feel pé ẹ̀yin gan. Oh yeah, go ahead. When you guys are tired and we are ready to do our case,
we will come out. Yes, 100%. Ẹ wá mọ̀ kọ́tọ́ tí wọ́n sọ sí ẹ̀rù tí wọ́n ń bà wọ́n ní tí Lagos State bá dé sí tó bá lóun ò sanwó mọ́ọ̀gì mọ́ fún bàbá Mohbad, so wọ́n ti fẹ́ máa raise fund fún yẹn náà o.
Tẹ̀tù ríran.
So that wọ́n bá lè continue láti lè máa sanwó àbẹ́.
Tẹ̀tù ríran. Kódé mo ń sọ wípé you see these people, they are, I can tell you.
Wọ́n sì gbé bàbá Mohbad tó lórúkọ ẹ̀ lọ́ fi ń gba gbogbo owó yẹn, wọ́n máa sì gbé.
See, let me tell you something.
This is daylight.
Mr. Tosin.
You see, these people are very, 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 very smart.
Welcome, host. Wow.
What they are doing is the fact that they are actually a step ahead of all of their gullible followers. May you understand the Lagos state government ṣé family ló kọ lẹ́tà sí Lagos state government pé ẹjọ́ á bá wa exhume body yìí? Lagos state government ló exhume body fún rẹ̀ now. So Lagos state, see the body of Mohbad as of today, it is actually a property of the state. The family.
I think they have released it to the family. Wọ́n ní bàbá ni ò lọ gbé o. Wọ́n lọ ti mú nǹkan tó fẹ́ mú bẹ́ẹ̀ kúrò.
Let me tell you something. All these old people, they are the one who will come out to give us a narrative. Let me tell you something. The Lagos state government would only release the body or bury the body after they give the submission or the report of the autopsy and the toxicology report. They cannot go back to bury that body without knowing the cause of death. What the government wants to know now, see, exhume body anyway, they need to know the cause of death. If the Lagos state government release the cause of death today, then they can release the body to them or go back and bury the body. Only because exhume now. One lọ bá yín lọ gbé padà síbẹ̀ tẹ bá fẹ́ wá ṣe autopsy tí yín o tẹ fẹ́ ṣe anything fúnra yín. Now you can now tell them like, oh, don't go and bury this person o síbi tán lọ gbé sí o tán lọ sí sí yẹn o a ní nǹkan mi ta fẹ́ ṣe o, then you can now do your own. But the government would not release that body for burial till when they know the cause of death. So ẹ má jẹ́ kéèyàn kọ́kọ́ fún wa ní information kan káwa náà kọ́ máa fly pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ká kàn máa ṣe kíni kan ká ní pé wọ́n ti release the body yẹn. nǹkan tó bá fi lè mú Lagos state government wípé òkè o wọ́n ti release the body yẹn wọ́n ti dá padà fún family, Lagos state government will not be paying for the morgue again. Lagos state government will not be paying for the morgue again. The family, okay, ẹ fẹ́ ṣe private autopsy, government ti release the body fún yín, so why kí ni nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ lọ máa kọ lẹ́tà sí court fún? Wọ́n lè máa kọ lẹ́tà sí court mọ́ náà, ṣùgbọ́n wọn ní body wa nǹkan tó bá ń wọ̀n náà máa fi body ṣe ń gbà yẹn náà. But the thing is the fact that the body of Mohbad as of today is not in their custody, is not in the hands of anybody. Even if they want to go and check that body, they have to inform the relevant authority that, oh, want to go and check this body, oh, afẹ́wà wo body yẹn. They cannot just go there. Ká ní pé wọ́n ti release yẹn fún wọn ni, wọ́n á ti sọ pé wọ́n ti gbé body yẹn kúrò, wípé kó má lọ di wípé wọ́n fẹ́ jí gbé àbọ̀ fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan sí, wípé wọ́n ti gbé lọ sí private clinic kan, wọ́n máa ti sọ yẹn, wọ́n á tún ti fi raise owó. So don't let us be fooled by these people. All they are thinking of now is how to raise money. Money must be raised. Gbogbo ọ̀nà tó bá dẹ̀ gbà, òun náà fi máa raise owó yẹn. So let me actually.
Yeah, Mr. Tosin, wọ́n náà ti ń plan again kó wọ́n ṣe máa lọ gbé body yẹn kúrò mọ́ṣúárì for 3 days. Wọ́n fẹ́ jí gbé o, wọ́n tún sọ yẹn náà again.
Skull lọ jí gbé, wọ́n fẹ́ lọ jail.
I heard it's a military hospital. How can they go and
I know ti ya we say plan wọn tún nìyẹn sìn.
It's where it is. Soldiers will finish them there. I heard it's a military hospital in Ikoyi.
Pythagoras àjọkò wọ́pọ̀. Pythagoras wẹ́n dà pé wọ́n busy láti ẹ̀kan náà ṣe tí ìdá sọ̀rọ̀ wa.
Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo àwọn tó wà ní TikTok yìí, àwọn ará Amẹ́ríkà yẹn ẹnu lásán kọ̀ fún pàrọ̀
ìlú ẹnu. Àwọn àlejò wa náà ilé ni mo wà, mo gbọ́dọ̀ wà ní fueling station náà, so màá join yín láìpẹ́.
Okay, no problem, sir.
Yeah, but you know that Liberation, this thing there is real scam. It's like proper Yahoo.
Of course.
Because you know the way Yahoo boys, they just lie to their clients and say, oh, I have more, and they keep sending money. That's the same format these people are using.
You know what? Now I come to realize that Josie is the MAGA king. Then what's the name of the guy? Muiwa is the Otun of the MAGA king. Well, Ashipa, is MIA. Arifa of MAGA king.
Gurexi.
Those Oloye, we have to name them individually, but Joseph is the MAGA king.
I think this is real scam, real Yahoo scam. Real is their syndicate. It's a real syndicate.
Wait, how will somebody go around platform, canvas and cajole all of us to go and donate money into a certain account? Then you now come back to tell me like, see that account you are donating money. If anything happens, please don't hold me responsible. But please, I'm still begging you, go and donate money inside that account because we need money. Go and donate inside. But if anything should happen, please don't hold me responsible. Where's the sense in that?
Mr. Tosin, the same thing when I saw the video. When I saw the video, I was like, okay, you said I'm not responsible for anything that happens.
Yeah.
Keep donating. Does that even make sense? Trust me.
Yeah,
if
because
the dumbest person in the whole world will realize
because they are magas,
No. Liberation ẹ bá sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn o wọ́n mọ̀ pé àwọn tó stupid àwọn tó gọ̀ làwọn bá dìlò wọ́n mọ̀ pé àwọn yẹn yìí máa sanwó sí o ẹ̀yin lẹ́yìn gbọ́n o àwọn tó gọ̀ yìí máa lọ sanwó sí o.
Because she was like, oh, count me out. I'm not accountable for anything. And when she said that, I was like, maybe she said she wanted to withdraw. That was where I thought she was actually going. That she want to withdraw. Thank God. Then eventually, like, I'm not going to withdraw, but at the same time, please don't stop donating.
And
wait, Lilibet. Especially Muiwa, please, is accountable, is responsible for the money. Why do you say that? Especially Muiwa. It's like, okay, I think
Liberation. Muiwa no deserve gbogbo two kini groups tọ́ni Múyìwá dẹ̀ sọ pé gbà tó dissolve tán ó ní òun ni bàbá Mohbad gbé power of Anthony Joshua lé lọ́wọ́. Ó ní as of today right now ó lóun ni bàbá Mohbad gbé power of Anthony Joshua lé lọ́wọ́. Ó ní sọ òun ti dissolve any group, òun ò dẹ̀ belong sí any group mọ́, òun ti dissolve wọn pé so there is no group. So nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn.
But you know this, you know the weird part is the Access Bank that chairman was, vouching for. He said it today that the Access Bank has been, I mean, the statement has been manipulated, a lot of transactions crossed out with that, and these people are still going to donate. Does that even make any sense?
Because they know they have stupid followers.
Trouble me.
They have gullible followers.
You know what? Papa Riano ni Balogun Maga.
As in, I was actually shocked that he can actually fall for, but I've always known Papariano is actually sick. I've always known he's
Balogun Maga ni.
Balogun.
Ṣé kémi sàn kan fún yín? Ó dà pé yín gan get it wrong. Bóyá ẹ fẹ́ máa get it wrong. See, Papariano, I can bet it, did not donate 1 naira of his personal.
We know that. Definitely, Mr. Toku, we know that. We know that.
Wọ́n fún akànṣe ẹ̀yẹ ni Papariano
kò ṣe and play game wọn ni.
Papariano kẹ.
Àmọ́, Bàtàdúrà ṣe tí wọ́n láti sọ̀rọ̀ ni.
Ẹ wo bí àwọn alákọ̀ọ́njọra lẹ́nu ló bá ẹ wo àwọn oní company lọ ilé run company wọn. They can hire and they can fire. This is their company. Let them keep running it the way they want. If we all know the sole purpose of every company is to make profits and generate returns for their shareholders. So, and there is no exception here. Fún gbogbo group, gbogbo what they call justice for Mohbad is just a sham. It's a facade. So it's something they have made up just to extort money from the company and to keep their venture to keep their venture going on. So ẹ má jẹ́ ká yes a lè fi kọfí máa lò ó pé bóyá tí ò bá sọ̀rọ̀ ńlẹ̀ but ẹ má kí yẹn dàbẹ̀ ní pé bóyá it's a big deal lójú wa. There is no big deal jẹ́ pé wọ́n fa àwọn kan sọ pé àwọn withdraw lé ní àwọn míì tún gbé lọ́la. It will always happen in any company. Ká nípa náà ní company ní tẹ́ ti fi mí ṣe bóyá treasurer or something. Gbogbo nǹkan tá a máa rí náà ni la máa rí leléyìí but since táwa gíràn bí yìí tá a fẹ́ mówó sílẹ̀ fúnra wa then ó lè news wa. What the most important thing in my own opinion tẹ́mi náà bóyá ká máa discuss ni by ma get Arifa out of that place. Arifa ti ń pẹ́ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Mo mọ àwọn tó lè ràn mí lọ́wọ́ tá a lè jọ ṣiṣẹ́ yìí. We need to get Arifa out of there. Whatever it will take, Arifa needs to get out of there. So that is the thing tẹ́mi náà bóyá yẹ ká máa.
Bàtàdúrà ṣẹ́yìn evidence lọ́wọ́. If you have evidence, of course.
I was going to ask him, we want to release Arifa, but we don't have enough evidence.
If you have evidence, then we're going to go release him.
Arifa has the evidence. It's just hiding it somewhere. So that's what we should.
Who can break into
now we
his
need
vault?
to locate.
Who can help us break into his vault?
No, yeah, we need to
The vault is inside his belly.
Dr. Jebi Ojebi Alagumu said there is evidence that Arifa has evidence, but it's not going to give it to the police, so they will not corrupt it. That he will present it when they get to court.
Just like Bitilaye now. Bitilaye said the same thing. I have evidence, but I'm not going to give it to you guys. He said the same exact word.
Let me even talk on that a bit. What they don't know is this. The issue before Arifa or the issue they are taking Arifa for is not a civil matter. So when most people are saying Eko love Beoba, yes, tó bá Beoba only reduce the impact tí issue yẹn máa ní. Àbí tó bá gbẹ́bẹ̀ ń pókè o. Since I filed the petition, if I'm withdrawing my petition, or if I'm saying no, the state should not come here as a witness in their case, yes, maybe that can weaken the case of the state. But still, why Arifa is being detained is because there's a criminal element to what he has done, to whatever allegations that have been leveled against him. So people keep forgetting that it's not just an issue between, just the same way people keep forgetting and thinking, oh, it's a case, Baba Malasi court, oh my Basan. No, it's not a case between Baba and Wumi or Baba or anybody. It's the state of it's a case of the states. The same way with this one, if there's a criminal element in it, which I believe that is what it is, because if it's just a civil case, wọn á ti sọ fún arífà tó bá ń pòkè ọmọ ìtìṣe kọ́ báyìí wọ́n yẹ wọ lọ sí kóòtù, go and take whatever you need to take from him or something like that. They would have taken Arifa to the court, the police would have released him, or the other would have sued him to court and all that. But because it's a state case, they need to do more investigations, they need to gather more evidences, they need to look into this guy. If he has been doing this before to other people, if this is a way he's making his own living, they need to connect all these dots together so that they can build a very strong case against him. And it's not just a case of bullying or cyber stalking, which might not be that much like that. The penalty might not be that heavy. But it's also a case of criminal defamation. So it's two. Oh, there's you have like two potential cases before him. So for those people who are still charging him on telling him, oh, kò sí nǹkan tó ṣe, kò sí nǹkan tó bá fẹ́ fi ṣe, lóòótọ́ ọba ò lè ní nǹkan fi ṣe, but ìjọba ní nǹkan fi ṣe. Because if eventually they are able to establish that gbogbo nǹkan tó sọ yìí, ó sọ out of ill intent, ó sọ out of falsehood, also out of let's just carry the crowd along, out of nǹkan tá a máa jẹ àti jẹ àti mu, then this boy is in trouble, big trouble. Because if anyone cares to know, the section 373 to 375 of the Criminal Code of 2004, from what Arifa has done, if there's no evidence to any of these things, he could be looking at 7 years without option of fine. People can go there and read it up without option of fine. Somebody charge you for cyber stalking, or if offer kékeré bá mú nìyẹn. Cyber stalking, yes, the jail time is there, but there's an option of fine. So tó bá judge aláàánú pàdé, the judge can say, okay, you know what, just go and pay so amount. The same thing that happened to Oda Peniola Badmus, ló charge lady kan sí court for cyber stalking. The judge gave the person a fine instead of the jail time. So the same thing here, if it can be proven that he has said this thing just to defame this person, to spoil the reputation of this person, to put this person in a bad light, then this boy is looking at around 7 years. If they really want to go all the way.
To instigate violence towards that individual.
Yeah. So it's
Nǹkan tó ń
a
sọ yẹn.
whole lot of things. Because kò mọ àtàwọn follower, they don't know the extent of àwọn nǹkan tí ó ṣe yìí. They don't know the extent of it in law. Ó lè dùn ṣe lójú tá a bá jọ ń ṣeré, but tó bá ti wọnú òfin, it's a different ball game entirely. So if tó bá jẹ́ pé Àrífà jẹ́ family tèmi ni o, tó bá sọ pé ilé ọba ni ká lọ máa sùn, ká lọ máa rá bàbá ń bẹ̀, I would not hesitate. Having the full knowledge of ibi tọ́rọ̀ yìí lè já sí. Because yes, tí ọba bá try tó bá withdraw petition ẹ̀yàn mi pé state ò lè continue, but it might weaken their case. Tó bá bá ní òkè ẹ má wọrí, ẹ má kò ṣe ẹni tí fèmí èmi gbà mí fún gbogbo nǹkan tó sọ yẹn òótọ́ ni lórí mi.
pàtàkì ọ̀sẹ̀ má
But
gbàgbé pé kì í ṣọba nìkan o kì í ṣọba nìkan ló dì
òun náà
fíìmù
mo
o.
sọ pé because that's the implication fọba. Tọ́ba náà bá gbẹ̀bẹ̀, implication ẹ̀ nìyẹn pé ọmọ yẹn fi sílẹ̀ gbogbo nǹkan tó sọ is the truth. That is what Oba is telling us, that Baba ti gbẹ̀bẹ̀ ń pé
Èyí tó dẹ̀ tún burú jù ni minor tó tún expose sí threat, sí danger ọmọ Liam yẹn.
so the case against Arifa tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní mu tá à ń mu lọ́tún tá à ń mu lọ́sì tá à ń ṣí oríṣiríṣi section of the law fún mo rò bí anífà lè bọ́nú ẹ̀ o
ẹ̀wọ̀n gbére ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
mo rò bí ó lè bọ́nú àtọ̀ but people will leave it and at the end of the day ọwọ́ ọbẹ̀ fọwọ́ lágbá lójú náà máa sọ up and down wọn ò consider reputation tó bàjẹ́ yàtọ̀ sí ọba wọn ò consider reputation àwọn other people tó wà involved tó bà reputation wọn jẹ́ lónìí pé o fẹ́ gba láyé o fẹ́ gba pẹ́pẹ́yẹ. So these are the issues in our society. People think they are above the law even though they are poor. A máa rò bóyá àwọn tó lówó nìkan ní society wa ló máa ń sọ pé do you know who I am? No, even àwọn the poor ones too náà ẹni dà tí nǹkan tó máa ń ṣe wọ́n máa ṣe é níṣe ń pé kí ló fẹ́ ṣe fún mi. Ẹ̀kọ́ sẹ́mọ̀ everybody náà ní level ara everybody náà ó máa fi ń pé òun ti tó tán òun ti dà tán ni. Because you can imagine ẹ lè máa wo arífá ẹ bá wò lórí láìpẹ́ ẹ̀ tó máa jókòó tán tó máa fẹ̀bẹ́ ní pèsè òun ní assistant ọlọ́run igbákejì ọlọ́run.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni bí kéèyàn lọ gbà lójú tó bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ ni.
ìwọ tó tó èrà tó dẹ̀ sọ́ra ẹjí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé àkọ́kọ́ mú bí ọ̀fọ̀ àtògèdè mẹ́ta sẹ́nu kó tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣó àdẹ́bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé no nǹkan tó ń sọ yìí the same thing I'm foreseeing the same thing for that stupid boy kọ́ lọ lálẹ́ kan àbí kí ló ti ń pera ẹ̀ Bíntìláyé. Because people just come out and they feel, oh, there's freedom of speech, oh, there is this, there is that, and they forget the implication of what they're saying. They forget that níbi tí freedom ti ẹ tó ẹ̀ǹdì sí níbẹ̀ ni freedom.
ẹ má gbàgbé pé ọkọ mi kàn fẹ́ fọgbọ́n ó fẹ́ kọ̀yà fún mi ó rí i pé mo lọ bá Bíntìláyé jà lẹ́nìí ni àwọn á lo scope àwọn fọ̀ sí Bíntìláyé ó ṣe jẹ́ ní tí mo lọ bá Bíntìláyé jà lẹ́yìn mọ̀ pé Bíntìláyé ṣe nǹkan kan ẹ kúkú sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ gbèjà mi.
No, àlè sọ́dà rẹ̀ sí bẹ́ẹ̀ náà máa gba kọ́nà wọlé sí lára náà ni. So these people wọn ò mọ àwọn nǹkan tó ń sọ wọn á sọ tán wọn á sọ pẹ̀lú confidence just for fame just for coins just for pé kọ́lẹ́mì náà mọ̀rọ̀ ń sọ irú Bíntìláyé yẹn kí ló mọ̀ ìrírí wo ló ti rí rí kéèsì yìí fúnra ẹ̀ tó bá ní ó yá wá dá tó sọ kéèsì látòkè délẹ̀ kí ló lè sọ ń pa kéèsì yìí tó bá yẹ̀ lẹ́yìn pé ọmọ Wùmí ọmọ burúkú ni tó lè sọ tell me kí ni nǹkan tó lè analyse àbí tó lè sọ pé ó ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí kéèsì yìí bọ́ngbà tó jẹ́ pé TikTok náà lójútì àtàwọn tó ń lo Android phone àtàwọn tó ń lo iPhone any level of iPhone everybody ló lè access TikTok.
àtàwọn bíi POS náà ẹ má gbèrò àwọn ní POS náà.
Exactly everybody ló lè access yẹ so everybody máa ṣí life ní a sọ pé òun náà analysis justice for Mohbad. So these people they think it's child's play ọtí ìgbà tó bá jájó wọn lójú àrífà ló ń rántí ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ yẹn sì tó bá tiẹ̀ fi sílẹ̀ gan nísìnyí pé ókè gbogbo ẹ̀ ti parí máa lọ kó má dẹ́ṣẹ̀ mọ́ ṣe máa sọ fún mi pé pẹ̀lú wọn bá nǹkan tó ju ẹ̀rín lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta ṣé ó máa dáṣọ orú ẹ̀ ṣòro again. I'm sure pé tó bá pè sọ̀rọ̀ justice á tó bá ní èpè ẹyọkan tó bá kù tó bá nílé èèyàn ẹ ló máa wọ̀n fún. What we are saying is whatever you're saying let it be backed by facts and evidence. Nobody saying you cannot say. See, one thing about the law is this. Even the so-called defamation of character and everything, you have a defense to it, and the defense to defamation is truth. If you are saying the truth, kò síbi anybody lè charge ẹ lọ. Ọba charge ẹ sí kọ́ ọba ṣe kíní kan pé ó defame mi o kíní kan. As long as what you are saying is the truth, kò sí kọ́ anybody lè fi ẹ́ ṣe. That is why you have to be sure whatever you are saying is the truth and there is evidence to back it up. That is not too much to ask. In this kind of society, tó jẹ́ pé jungle justice ó tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn ó rọ̀ wá lọ́rùn gan. It's not too much to ask. Imagine pé kò ṣe pé bóyá púpọ̀ ní gbogbo àwọn ọ̀daràn tó wà online ní ìtàn pariwo lórí kéèsì yìí. Imagine pé ìmí inú wọn rí àwọn tó ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ yìí lójú tọ́lọ́ dẹ̀ fún wọn lágbára kan tó lè lò. Wọ́n á ti lynch àwọn people yìí now. They would have taken laws into their hand. You can see some of these posts too. They call for anarchy, even on their platform. Are those the kind of people, you think, the government or the society is supposed to take serious? Àwọn eléyìí gan ni, these are miscreants. They want to see the breakdown of law and order. That's where they thrive. Kó di wàhálà, kó di gòbe. That's all they want. Ṣé àwọn tí a fẹ́ sọ pé a ní nílùú lélẹ̀? These are the kind of people tó jẹ́ pé tó bá jẹ́ pé ó dà kó ní fíìmù kan tí mo ti gbàgbé orúkọ fíìmù yẹn tó jẹ́ pé everybody máa mú bọ̀ jáde bóyá one day in a year. You can commit any crime, you can do anything now.
Purge. I think Purge.
Purge, yeah, that's
Yes.
Purge, yeah.
Yeah, Purge.
Yes,
Yeah.
àwọn tó yẹ kó purge kúrò ní society ni this set of people, because they will not, ibi tí náà bá ti ń work, ibi tí society bá ti ń work, ibi tó bá ti ní standard, this kind of people, they don't fit in. They find it difficult to fit in because all they have ever known in their life is anarchy. And you are now saying, àwọn eléyìí ni àwọn lèèyàn pẹ̀lú àwọn ní justice. What do they even understand by justice? Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ lè dá mọ̀ wípé you don't even get justice by committing any other form of injustice, then you have no justice at all. Kò ríyàn gan kó pa èèyàn lójúkorojú báyìí pé àwọn ló yìnbọn fún wa ti rí báyìí. If you don't follow the rule of law to make sure justice is served, then you have messed up everything. Then you don't even have any justice to begin with.
Mr.
Why do we have these
Pythagoras,
laws? Why do we have these rules? Yes,
so,
ma'am.
I'm so sorry to digress from the main topic. Do you know this story that is going on now about the high school girl that bullied another girl, that slapped her colleague,
Our classmate. Yeah.
yeah, her classmate, like 20 times? Did you see the video?
No, I've not seen the
Oh,
video.
it was all
Okay.
over the internet yesterday.
Yeah, so my point is, okay, then the families came together and all that. But the thing is, the auntie of the bullied girl slapped the bully. I find it wrong, actually. Although a lot of people are saying, yeah, she did it right. But I think that's another illegality. Like, that means she's actually beating a minor.
Was
Do you
she
understand what
there
I'm
when the
saying?
issue happened? Was she there when the issue happened?
No,
she
she
wasn't. Me
wasn't.
too. I didn't really see it. I didn't find it funny. She
Yeah,
shouldn't
I
have
think
done
it's
that.
If she
just wrong.
was,
You
Dad was
can't use
there.
one
Her dad was
illegality.
there. Her father was there. Her
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
dad
even
was
if
she should
whoever
have slapped
slapped
her.
back was not
but the
there,
father should have
if she
said,
was not there when
"Don't
the
slap
issue
my
happened,
daughter."
then it's wrong.
yeah,
It's
you
If
because
know.
she
it
was
was
there,
heat of the moment.
But
I think.
yeah,
said no and put her. You understand? Put her in her place because
No,
But
um,
she shouldn't have slapped
Dada.
her.
I'm just
I
saying
don't
that that's
support that
what
too.
because the bully can actually sue the auntie for
but
doing that. So
but
it's this.
they won't do that. That's the problem. The woman, the woman has already spoiled the case by doing that. But Nigerians won't
Yes.
see it like that. Do you get
Yes.
what I mean? You
Yeah,
won't slap
that's
my
what I'm
child
saying.
now.
That
You
we
won't
cannot support
an
one.
adult, exactly. An adult won't slap my child like that for bullying. Do you get what I mean? Leave me. Let me discipline my child. Do you understand?
Especially
Child
that
will
is
just go
now.
and,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm happy that everybody agreed to it that it wasn't really right. Like
Yeah,
even
that's
though,
what
yeah,
that's the
morally
same
it's
thing we
wrong.
are
Yeah.
saying in this case now, That's the same thing we are saying in this case. You guys are claiming that you are clamoring for justice, but you are now using illegalities upon illegalities to find your justice. So it's
for
wrong.
a long time.
Very, very wrong.
I think
there's
a lot of
no
Nigerians are
there's no
just, I
justice
don't
you
know.
can even get. There's no justice you can get when you go about it the wrong way.
Exactly.
The outcome can never be justice. The outcome can never be justice. It is a rule of natural justice to follow due process when seeking justice. It is a settled rule. If you don't follow it, then whatever you get out of it, of course, it's not justice. It's just like when they say when you're looking for, when you're going about looking for revenge, you have to dig two graves because you never can tell. It could be because you can actually tell why you're seeking for that revenge without going through the due process. You are going to lose yourself too. So why not just bury yourself after burying the enemy?
Mr.
That's the point of digging two graves.
I've been hoping to meet you on the panel for a while, but luckily I came back today and you're here. I needed to ask you a question. Do we have any other judicial system in Nigeria than the one that we know? And do we have any other police force in Nigeria than what we know? Because sometimes when these people are talking, I ask myself, Nigerian police is federal. The police from Abuja we call state command of another state. That is how I know it works in Nigeria to the best of my knowledge. I have spoken to lawyers. They've told me that the DNA, it is in law. For the DNA to be, for the DNA to, the order to be approved, a new law has to be created, basically. So I asked myself, I said, okay, let me ask other people that, is there something these people know that we don't know? But a lawyer said this to me, and this is where this question comes. The lawyer said, there is no lawyer that a client will come in front of him that will not give him a false sense of security, because they do that job to make money. So, are you telling me that all these sons and all these lawyers that they are collecting are just making money? Is that why they're giving this man a false sense of security? That is my question.
No, just like any other profession. For example, say doctor, even when you're telling somebody they have 3 days to live, you still don't just tell them without leaving some ray of hope. Yes, you will tell them candidly now, oh, this thing is bad, this is this, but then you know there are some therapy, there are some drugs that have not been approved, things like that. You will add that to it while letting them know the true state of things. The same thing with lawyers too. Yes, they will tell you the good ones will tell you, they will listen to the case, look at your evidence, then they will let you know you have the case here, no, you don't have the case here, but then if you can do this, if you can do that, because why law is there's a trick to it. The trick to it is that you never can tell how the other person will see the issue. You might be saying no. It's like playing chess. You might be saying, oh, if you move this, your opponent is going to move the other piece there. But what if you move this and they refuse to move that one? Then that will change the whole dynamic of the game. That's where you can like have a win case and eventually end up losing the case when it goes to court and all that. Because it might be ordinary application, it might be ordinary service. Because, for example, this so-called DNA they're trying to do, let's say they had the right to it. It might be ordinary serving it the wrong way. They might lose the case because of that. Somebody might point it out that because you didn't serve it the right way, then I'm going to appeal whatever decision. And when the case goes to an higher court, then new evidences can come out and you end up losing that case. So it's dicey. So that's why lawyers won't tell you to like they won't give you 100% assurance like, oh, it's a win, it's a lose. But if you have a case, they'll let you know you have a strong case. It now depends on you having a strong lawyer to fight the case. But even when you have a very strong lawyer, sometimes too in a very bad or poor case or loose case, they can still try and, pull something out of the act there. But then the law is the law. Even when you have a very good lawyer, and the case goes to court, and the other opponent is unable to defend well or prove their case, the onus is still on the judge to uphold the law. So, for example, you can take me to court and call me a thief and bring out one thing or the other, and I'm unable to defend myself saying I'm not a thief. But it's still on the judge to look at your evidence and still tell you, oh, yes, you have a good case, you have argued well, but still, this man is not a thief. And that's it. It still lies on the judge. So whether, even if Wunmi doesn't have any lawyer to defend her in court, or even like she will be hearing that, oh, she wants to do the DNA, she doesn't want to fight it in court, and their own lawyer gets there and say, no, judge, yes, give them the order. It's still on the judge to let them know, yes, the law is the law. Even though they want this thing, the only way you can get this thing is take it out of court and go and settle it. But right here, we are not giving you any order because it's against the law, and other courts are going to rely on that going forward. So people need to know this, and when we are trying to even show our grievances or fight our case, we still need to know that we need to do it within the limits of the law. You're saying something is wrong, where are you still going to take it? It's still the police, it's still the courts. Whatever wrong you think the court or the police has done, there is still a judicial process, there's still a rule of law to tackle that within that same department. If the police has done a wrong investigation, you can file for another investigation to be opened. If they refuse to open, you can go to the court and charge them and have a court mandate another investigation to be done. All you need to do is to be smart about it and not put yourself into trouble while doing it the same way they've been doing all this while.
Well, it's, for me, I've never seen anything like this. And I think this will be a turning point for us as Nigerians, because I think the nuclear family is going to a lot of people are going to realize what a nuclear family means. And I think this is a wake-up call for us all as well. I've told my children, tidy up your house, put things in place, because we never know what's coming tomorrow. Luckily for me, I've always been one from a very young age. My mom died at a young age, so for me, it has always been something that I had already put in place from a very young age. But I advise people, the very person you think is going to stand in your corner can turn against your children, can turn against your wife, can turn against your mother, life falls on different places. Not all parents are bad.
That's why we have some of these laws to protect the defenseless, to protect the vulnerables among us. But by the time we are not saying we want to break down this law and order, then what are we going to have? Because if a court has not pronounced somebody guilty of an offense, and you go about on social media calling the person criminal, making accusations concerning that case, telling them they are guilty of it, then what do we have? We have a lawless state. I can't just come and start accusing you. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Pythagoras, that's why I'm so surprised. Like today, they said Anna Suko was saying that they don't have enough evidence against Tumi. How come they don't have enough evidence?
Any evidence, not just
They
enough.
don't
Anyway, let me not say
because
because I don't
in
know
their
what they have.
in their team, they said Wunmi stabbed Mohbad. In their team, Wunmi killed Mohbad. Some of them said they have evidence. Even one ice cream munch his or her message today that said he or she have the proof and the evidence that Wunmi stabbed Mohbad. So how come they are saying they don't have enough evidence to deal with me? So all their gullible followers don't understand now that whatever they have been saying on their platform, including the situation Arifa now, that they have been lying to them. I did not think it to that extent.
See, we all know the truth is that most of these so-called followers, they know the truth. They know how this case is going to go. But in their twisted mind, they're expecting the worst. They're expecting the bad things to happen. They're expecting things to turn upside down. But they know the facts of the case. They are not going to admit it. And most of them, they've gone too far that they cannot turn back. They will only stick to their narrative, their wrong narrative. And that's what they will keep pushing. And by the time you keep poking into it, the next thing they do is start insulting you or start cursing you.
He knows the truth. There was a lady that came to his platform, I think today or yesterday, I can't remember. And she was really screaming that Wumi should have been arrested immediately. Spending gave his testimony because
Oh, Lilibet. Okay. So the truth is there for everybody to know. If there's anything we don't know in this case, it's only the police, the courts that will bring it out for us. That's when we now know this information, we can now dissect it together. We can talk about it together on platforms like this. We can talk about season 2, season 3. No, I can't even watch it. Okay. But once the information is not out there and people feel they want to invent their own evidence, they want to make up or cook up lies to come and prove they are right on social media so that they can argue a case on social media and people will clap for them. Then eventually they will put themselves in troubles. The same thing our brother is doing right now. Because you cannot keep making lies as you go and you don't and you are not there expecting the fallback one day. Sooner or later it's going to happen. If you have these evidences, why not take it to the right authorities? Why not take it to the right quarters? Let them deal with it, and whoever is guilty, let them face the consequence. But because there is no evidence anywhere, we just want to support rubbish, and that's the issue we have in this our society. When we see something bad and you see a lot of people doing it, we just want to join them and do it instead of just standing aside and condemning the act. We will be pressured into doing it with them. The same thing happened on I don't know whose platform this morning. Maybe it was Paparian or something. Where African TV was there parading his foolish self up and down, and nobody there could even tell him, "Mr. Man, you have lost integrity. You have messed up here. Go and sit down. Go and face your business. And if it's drinking business you can do now, go and face your drinking and keep on drinking." But you see people say, it's an elderly person. They shouldn't have talked like that. They shouldn't have done this. They shouldn't have done that. That is the kind of society we find ourselves, where people cannot stand up for what is right. People cannot say the truth. We put sentiments into everything. Bọ́rọ̀ ṣe rí lélẹ̀ bóyá rí nìyẹn, but ànígbọ́, ànígbà. Àṣé àmà fẹ́ ti kò bá má kò yẹ kóun náà dẹ̀ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Ṣé nǹkan tó ṣe right àbí kò right? Ṣé nǹkan tó ṣe wrong àbí kò wrong? That is the question. It is clear. Right and wrong, they are like day and night. Kò sí àárín kankan bẹ́ẹ̀ pé gray area no. If it is right, it is right. If it is wrong, it is wrong. Is it right to defame somebody because you want to profit from it? No. If somebody has done bad, yes, let us call the person out. If we are sure he has done bad. Tí ó bá dẹ̀ ṣe bad, yes, we might still not like the person, but let's not come to public and start painting the person as if they have done something. Kò ṣe dandan ni ká like ara wa. But if you want to condemn me, have your facts with you before you condemn me. Àdìsá ni ọ̀mọ̀ràn sọ ní gbogbo alámọ̀ràn sọ náà, gbogbo alálè pẹ́ra wa lólè. But do I have the evidence? Tí bá ní evidence láti pè ẹ́ lólè, mo lè pè ẹ́ lólè àbí tí bá mọ̀ pé mo lè rí evidence yẹn bì kan. Anyway, I'm sure tí Arífá bá dé láti ẹ̀wọ̀n, Arífá á jẹ́ bí guest lecturer tá máa lecture wọn from platform to platform lórí ká máa sọ nǹkan tójú wa ò tó. Then maybe the rest will learn from that too. And gbogbo àwọn tó wà labroad yẹn, àwọn yẹn ò jọ mí lójú. Torí wọ́n mọ̀ pé ìlú wa tí ò ṣe kinní tó náà ni. Tó bá jẹ́ ìlú tó ṣe kinní tó, we can actually apply to láti gbé àwọn people yìí wá sílé wherever they might be. Wọ́n á yọ wọ́n jáde nínú ibi tó anywhere tó bá wù kọ́, inú wo ilẹ̀ tó bá wà, wọ́n á fà wọ́n tú jáde ńbẹ̀, wọ́n á gbé wọn délé tí kéèsì yẹn bá dójú ẹ̀.
ó máa ṣì débẹ̀ á ṣì débẹ̀ bó ṣe ń lọ yìí mi ò rò pé they are going to let them because the deformation is just too much especially this comfort the way òun àti Arifa they are like àfi bí èèyàn tó ẹ mọ àwọn tó bá wà autistic they don't know the right from they don't know the wrong from the right, they don't know good from bad, they just live their life.
Tó bá tiẹ̀ máa wá ṣe
They're
àwọn
not,
nǹkan
they're
míì,
not aware of
wọ́n
danger.
fọ- wọ́n máa ń fọpọlọ ṣe gbogbo àwọn kìíní ìgàn téèyàn bá tiẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe wu àwọn ìwà míì. Ó ṣáà níbẹ̀ lè sọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ́ pé tẹ́ bá yí ìpàdé àwọn ibìkan gan tọ́rọ̀ bá dé kóòtù gan, lọ́ọ̀yà sì lè yọ ẹnu ẹ̀ pé kò ń ṣẹ́ni ló ń bá fà á náà, ọ̀tọ̀ lẹni tó ń bá fà á, ó dẹni tó ń bá fà á léléyìí, ó dẹni tó dárúkọ ẹ̀ léléyìí. Ó sì lè gbogbo yẹn ló sì lè ṣẹlẹ̀, but you now threw away caution. You became so comfortable and you feel you are above the law. Hmm. Okay. And and again, they are one way or the other helping àwọn tó yẹ kó máa answer questions. Àwọn tó yẹ ká máa tí gbogbo ayẹ ká panupọ̀ ká máa béèrè question lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Wọ́n ti successfully hire ọgbà àwọn people yìí láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní change narrative, láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní create confusion so that a bá ń fa ilé ìléni tá à ń fa ilé lọ́la. Gbogbo àwọn questions tó yẹ kó wá dá wa lóhùn fún, wọn ò lè dá wa lóhùn fún. Gbogbo question bí pé báwo ni ordinary 2 million ṣe dín pé òun lu ọmọ lọ́sàn-án láàárọ̀ lálẹ́, òun tẹ̀lé kiri everywhere tó bá lọ láti make sure pé ẹ̀ ń nà ẹ̀ ń dá gbogbo ibi tó bá lọ rú. Báwo ni 2 million ṣe le tó yẹn? Ọmọ yìí dẹ̀ ni àwọn idiot kan pariwo pé òun ni the richest man in the whole world. Owó tó ní pọ̀ gan tó jẹ́ pé ìyàwó ẹ̀ ń lo owó yẹn láti bribe everybody. Ọmọ ìlú a máa jẹyà kiri street because of 2 million. Àbí kò ń ṣe 2 million náà fi pè sí show ni pé kò wá sí show tó ń ṣe nítorí ẹ̀ lù kiri lẹ̀. So question yẹn at least by now yẹ ká ti máa rí answer lọ́wọ́ yẹn kó yá o ní nítorí show ló ń lé ọmọ ìkiri lẹ̀. Èló lowó ṣé ìgangan?
ìyẹn
Ó
parọ́
gbowó
ni.
ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ kò fún ẹ padà ní. These are the questions tó yẹ ká máa béèrè. Àti lọ́wọ́ yìí àwọn yìí tó lówó ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ náà tó mú dání pé owó ọmọ yìí wà lọ́wọ́ àbí kò sí lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Ṣé reason tó ń sọ pé kọ́ lọ máa lù kiri lẹ̀ ni kó lè fowó ìsílẹ̀ fún ẹ? Àbí máa sọ pé òun mọ ẹni yìí ní pé wà tí òun ṣe pàdé àbí kò ń ṣe òun ló ń lò láti fi enforce your own so called discipline láàrin àwọn members yẹn. These are the questions we should be asking. But because they have successfully engaged gbogbo our people yìí, and because they have successfully infiltrated this so-called father of the boy, then justice is now becoming like a mirage to everybody.
Hello sir, ẹ wo àwọn tí wọ́n àwọn baba Mohbad team yìí tí wọ́n láwọn ń jà fún justice, tí wọ́n ń tẹnu mọ́ petition tí Mohbad kọ, orúkọ Ẹlẹ́gùṣì wà ń bẹ̀, orúkọ Ẹlẹ́gùṣì nìyẹn kọ́ ló wà ń bẹ̀, Sam Larry ó ṣàwà ń bẹ̀, wọn tẹnu mọ́rọ̀ Sam Larry. Mo lọ sí péjì Mohbad, was it today or yesterday, kíní lórí IG Mohbad tó fi report, I'm coming, don't say anything, tó fi report Naira Marley, ó sì wà lórí page ẹ̀ tó ti kọ, if I die today the whole world is Naira Marley, is the Malians that kill me, ó sì wà lórí page ẹ̀. Nobody was talking about that. Nobody was talking about that.
Wọ́n ti fún ogun wọn lówó, wọ́n ti settle everybody. Wọ́n ti settle everybody. All station has been settled. So nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ọgọ́ nìyẹn. Another issue again. Mo gbọ́ tí everybody máa ń sọ gbogbo kíní pé bàbá lè ṣe kíní kan àbí family lè file fún kíní kan, family lè file fún gbá, family lè file fáwo. Who is family in this matter? We keep forgetting a whole lot of things here. And the family. Ṣé Joseph Aloba ní family ni? Tẹ́ ẹ̀ sọ pé ó lè file fún private autopsy. On what ground ló fi jẹ́ pòun ní family? Tàbá dálẹ̀ ṣàtúnṣà. Tẹ́ bá tiẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ fún mi pé Wùnmí ò lè sọ pé kí bàbá ọmọ máa pa
ìyẹn
bàbá.
ń jábọ̀ ni ẹ mọ̀ pé Yọ̀mí, ìyẹn ń jábọ̀ ni.
Ìyàwó ọmọ ńkọ́? Ọmọ ńkọ́? Ẹ̀gbọ́n ọmọ ńkọ́? Àbúrò ọmọ ńkọ́? So who is family? On what basis? Because they might grant a project family should represent the larger part of the family. Ni? Those are the things that be considered in the court. Kò ṣe kó bóyá tó bá tẹ́mi náà bá gbé family dé lọ́la ń sìn pé èmi náà mọ Mohbad rè, èmi náà family, so wọ́n á gbé bọ́ọ̀dì ẹ̀ níbi lọ́wọ́ àbí wọ́n á fún mi ní permission. Is Joseph Aloba anything tó bá fẹ́ ṣe ó ń ṣe in his own capacity ni. Gbogbo lẹ́tà òsì tó ń pín kiri punch every now and then yẹn pé the family of kìnìkan. No, it's not the family. Joseph Aloba ló ń ṣe nǹkan ẹ̀, ó dẹ̀ ń ṣe lórí ara ẹ̀ ni.
None of his family tó support ẹ o, none of his family, òun nìkan ló ń dá ìrírí ẹ ṣe.
Anybody bá fẹ́ enforce the right in Mohbad lẹ́nu, because even as Mohbad is dead, people can still enforce his right. They can still go to court and claim for his right. And that's part of the case. So jẹ́ pé that stupid boy Arifa tó wà nù ẹ̀. Because if people are ignorant of the law, the law might not work boy fair, but ọjọ́ tí law yẹn bá máa gbá wọn mú, they will not be surprised pé law yìí wà. Because you cannot even defame a dead person, whether living or alive. You cannot say anything that will hurt the reputation of somebody. So if you are there saying something, except you have the evidence, saying something that will defame the reputation, that will damage the reputation of Mohbad or his label or his name, even though he's dead, the wife can enforce that, can write petition to the state, and the state can take that up with you. So I sort of
Hello sir, ṣẹ́rí ìyàwó Mohbad Wùnmí yìí, that girl, she's highly intelligent, very very intelligent young lady. Ẹ wo ìgbà tí ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ tó ọmọ ìyá ẹ̀ tó jáde wá defame ọkọ ẹ̀, ẹsẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ló jáde tó lọ kántà ẹ̀. There was never a time.
Yín ò mọ̀ kó ẹ̀pù òun ni pé kò fẹ́ kó òun ṣe àwọn ẹ̀wọ̀n kan ni.
Ó ẹ̀pù ẹ̀ ní.
Tó bá fa gbùrù ńgbà míì, tó bá ń fòkè àti ní àwọn ará bí ìjù ní the other side, wọ́n lè fẹ́ mú yàn náà láti ṣe sample from this side.
Ẹ sì bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ẹsẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ lọ́mọ yẹn jáde. My goodness. just bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń sọ nísìnyí ni mo ní ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ o
ọmọ fókùn jọ
ẹsẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ lọmọ yẹn jáde wá my goodness ọlọ́run jẹ́ àbímọ tó gbọ́n o.
o lè sọ̀rọ̀ anyhow nípa ẹ̀. It is there in the law, that same section 367 to 360 373 to 375 ó kú ó wà láàyè o lè defame ẹ̀. The only thing tó lè fi bọ́nú ẹ̀ ni pé tó bá jẹ́ òótọ́ nìkan tó ń sọ lókun tó dẹ̀ ní evidence láti back ẹ̀ up.
Wow.